Welcome back to MCOC AlBundyRules. Got the tutorial on Diablo, always active starting off. So this is after his buff. Great buff. Very happy with it. Always active. The energy resistance incoming, poison effects minus 100% potency, and basic attacks deal energy damage instead of physical. So energy damage and 100% less potency on the incoming poison. So personal poison debuffs, you can get up to 20. Can inflict damage over 14 seconds and reduce healing by 30%. I'm going to show more on that one later. Heavy attack, you're going to get 100% chance, so you can keep spamming heavies to get poison debuffs. Medium 2 attack, 75% chance. So your second medium, 75% chance, 100% chance on those heavies. That's going to be a good way. Here you're going to see a little bit on this, how you can completely control some of the toughest regeneration fights in the game by stacking those poisons right there. We see the ROL Wolverine Diablo makes this one fairly simple fight just by stacking those poisons, spamming those heavies, using an S2 also to refresh them, which I'll be showing later in the video as well. You can also use a pre-fight to nullify some of those as well. I'll talk about those pre-fights coming on up as well. But so he's got a lot of good features, a great toolkit, the Philosopher's Mix. I mean, he is so durable. One of my new favorite suicide champs in the game, actually. This is only an R3 5-star, by the way. However, he's going to get ranked up. I'm going to bring him up to R5 for sure. So pre-fight. So 3 different pre-fights can add up to 3 ingredients. They add ingredients. They give different things when you do the specials, unlimited ingredients. However, don't use them unless you need to, because any unused one, you gain 2 indefinite vial of mix. So you can get up to 6 of them, which gives you more benefits as well, as we were just seeing on that part in the bottom. So no pre-fight activated, so we got a total of those 6 vials of might. Again, that increases a lot more attack and a lot more poison efficiency with those vials of might. Special attacks, so we see this, they last 8 seconds, Philosopher's Mix per special. They heal Diablo. So you get a lot of extra heal on Diablo right there. So when you get that special going on, you get this Philosopher's Mix. Don't do nothing for 1.5 seconds. Just wait. You see the regeneration go on and it heals. When you use it, you can spam S1. Like I said, this is one of the most suicide-friendly champs in the game now, in my opinion. You can just do specials all day. Don't matter about recoil, nothing. So Distilled Will active on this pre-fight. We'll see when I take energy damage, I heal a big chunk if I have that pre-fight active. The second one I was showing there, Distilled Will, and we'll see most of the energy damage I take goes good. We also see with Willpower active and the Suicide Masteries, all those poisons, I'm just always healing. Essence of Null active here. So this is the pre-fight Essence of Null active. So when we use that with the specials, then it causes the next buff to be nullified. So since I have that activated, Essence of Null active, then we're seeing the nullified buffs going on. So that is the pre-fight one thing he does there. So he's getting this regeneration, he's getting those nullified, he gets that energy damage back. The Grain of Euro active. This one is great for those stun fights. Champs that stun you can hit through the block stun like Apocalypse or some of those certain nodes. This is from a specific node with the timer. Watch the timer up there for the stun. It's going to completely ignore it. So we're seeing some really cool utility here. My favorite part of him is his durability, especially with suicides, but his utility is absolutely amazing. So you see the encroaching stun completely ignores it like nothing. Here's a special one. After the attack, he drinks from the flask. He's recovering health over 4 seconds. So he can get heal back from the specials, plus he can get it from the special one as well. If it's interrupted, he gains a vial of might and pauses all poison effects on the opponent for 10 seconds. So you can gain vial of might if you don't need the health and you do the S1, or if you just gets interrupted, you still get something out of it. So we see if interrupted, no regen there. Something I like about him is if you don't use the pre-fight, you actually get rewarded for it. You get more attack power, more poison potency, which is, I can't think of another champ that rewards you for not using the pre-fight. Here's a special too. First attack, it refreshes all the poison. So that's how you keep the poisons refreshed, keep the damage going. It's unblockable and deals the energy damage as well. So you can get some good damage. The more poisons or buffs they have activated throughout the fight, the more damage you're going to do on this S2. So you can spam specials all day with suicides because he just heals so much, especially with these debuffs and poison. And the S1s, I'm always at full health. And if I take a bunch of hits, I can recover the health so quick. And so you can keep spamming them. which is a really good thing. So you can use these. You can keep it going with all these different abilities right there. Then we see the special 3. We'll see different ones. If it's distilled will, the passive healing. So we see the attack. It gains effects based on the ingredients. So you can get health based on the will. The essence of Noli can gain those detonate buffs, which cause the energy damage. So it depends on which one. And mix is paused for 10 seconds if the Uru is active. So whichever one is active, put him whichever one active you need based on the thing. So signature ability, while poison, he takes reduced damage from all sources. So again, why he's so one reason he's so suicide friendly. While opponent is poisoned, Diablo gains attack damage. So keep giving them poison and stay poisoned yourself, especially suicide players. I don't see how you can not love this guy if you run that. And that's the only mastery I like. I've done a video on how I only run suicides. I can't stand playing the game without suicide. So I was in love with Diablo almost immediately after playing him. Some of the synergies here. The unending ambition we'll see there. We see Madcap experiments. Special attack, 70% chance to inflict stun debuff. We see Twisted Arcanus, which includes Philosopher's Mix's pause during Diablo special attacks. We see the Legion Accursed. Poison effects on the opponent reduce healing by 50% instead of 30%. So that can be good on some of those regeneration fights too. Rivals critical damage. Nemesis 6% attack. I have several tips for using this guy. Tip 1, activating Regeneration on fights or nodes that have stun debuffs. So this is something unique to him. He can be completely immune to stun after the specials when you use this pre-fight active. So again, I'm going to show you some encroaching stun and show you how this works. Keep in mind, there's a lot of nodes out there that can punish you with stuns. There's champs that can stun you, whatever it might be. So once you get it activated, you activate that pre-fight. And then so we will see the timer up there, and we're going to see that we're going to completely be ignoring this. So as the timer goes on over there, we see the Philosopher's Mix. We see, watch as we ignore, watch the timer, right? Boom, there's the timer. Nothing happened to me. I didn't get stunned because of that pre-fight. Tip 2, don't use pre-fight ability unless you need to. You can start the fight. So you can use 3 pre-fights, but you get 2 of the vial of mites for every one you don't, again with increased attack and increased poison potency. So if you don't use any, if you don't need any, like this fight, I don't need any of them. So I started with 6 vials of might. That's a nice extra reward. So that's like with 60% extra poison efficiency right off the get-go. Tip 3, build up the poisons to easily handle the toughest regeneration fights. So again, ROL Wolverine, who's infamous for his extremely insane healing. You'll notice he occasionally gets some regeneration going, but it's almost nothing. It's pennies on the dollar what he's regenerating. He's known for doing like 10, 20,000 regeneration in seconds. He's regenerating like what, 30? It's so you just keep stacking the poison. Just do the heavies right there. Do the heavies and use the S2s to refresh the poisons. And Wolverine, these regeneration champs, don't say, we see 15 regeneration. Compare that to his normal like 15,000. Okay, pretty good stuff. And this is an R3 who took him down pretty well. Tip 4, spam S1 for easy healing. Super easy when running suicide. So suicides, when you got those vials going on, with those poisons going on, when you're running the S1s going on, you are able to regenerate all day, every day, and watch how quick this health goes up in this fight. I would purposely get my Diablo down to 5-10%, and then usually within a minute, based on the fight, I'd have him back up to 100% on most fights, and we'll see how quickly he is going up. And you see how I activated that S1 right there? He is just so ridiculously sustainable. The regeneration gets going on. You wait that second and a half to let it activate, and then with those poisons going on, with the willpower, he keeps healing and healing. And those 79s and 179s and all that and the 69s, they just add up quick. Tip 5, use heavies to build up as many poison debuffs and S2 to refresh them. So that's going to be a big part of his fights. He does, to get his good damage, you need the poisons. I did some fights with them without the poison immunity, and let me tell you, they were a lot messier fights. We're not messy, still win, take a lot longer, a lot slower fights. See all these red numbers going everywhere, even without that many poisons being activated at once. So this, you can do just heavies. Sometimes I'll just spam heavies and heavies and heavies and over. and then you occasionally refresh with S2. Sometimes I'll do more attacks in there to build up to S2 quicker so I can do some heavies in there. S3 gets you a whole bunch of poisons as well. So give that poison damage, okay? So use a mixture of those between the S3, those heavies attacking the power, and doing those S2s, and that's going to give you a ton of poison damage. And then we see the S2s right there. Lots of good fun causing all that ticking away. I'm hoping you enjoyed this tutorial video. Hope it helped. Don't forget my tutorial champs playlist. Have a 50 tutorial playlist on there. Have lots of walkthroughs, event quests every single month. I got some stories, some variants, all kinds of good stuff. Don't forget to subscribe to MCOC AlBundyRules. Thanks so much for watching.